So I've just come back from tennis. I've recorded a few videos. One of the things I realized that I can't work with large files. So this is right for background tasks or sending this off. I need to investigate because this is also a 4K file. So I was not able to analyze that. I'm not even going to bother doing that. It's a 2 second video, but 4K file. I think it was 60 frames per second. If we look at the very initial video, this is a video I just got for Yannick Sinner, and we realize that we have very good pose detection, actually 100%, and ball detection 80%, which is quite good. One of the things that you notice is that the ball is not getting tracked once it's right behind the rackets. Let me just zoom out a bit and show you what I'm talking about. So you notice that, let me just move this. Let me just pause. I should be able to scrub this. Yeah. So you notice that the ball is not being detected once it's behind the racket strings. So I think there's something interesting there. Now, we don't necessarily need to track the ball the entire time. I mean, 80% is good. And the fact that the only time that it's not tracking, it's when the ball is behind the racket. For me, that's good enough, and we can always improve there. But the ball tracking is really good. I think towards the end, no, the ball tracking happens all the way. I had another Alcaraz video where the ball, oh wait, actually there's some ball tracking, the frame that got missed, I think right after it bounced. So we might want to look at that. But ball detection is quite good. If we look at the videos I just posted, and this is quite interesting. I need to solve this because the video was vertical, and I think once I did the analysis, it became horizontal. So that's something to look into. I think that's something that we can easily fix. But let's look at another one. This was actually on the court, not against the wall. Let's zoom in a bit. And you notice here that there's 0% ball tracking. My suspicion it has something to do with the contrast in this video. The lighting was poor. There was only light at the other side. So I'll probably look into what kind of contrast is needed. Maybe the resolution is also lower. I actually reduced the video quality before uploading here just because I can't yet work with larger files. But yeah, that's the update so far. I've been testing the endpoints. The endpoints work quite well. Gonna actually look at the analysis that we got for this. I think the analysis ID was 3. So let me just get the analysis ID. I just know that from testing. So if we execute, we see our ball detection is 0, but we can see that we have good pose detection probably all the way through. I think that was also 100%. If I remember, yeah, about 9. No, that's this other video. This 100%, pose detection. So MediaPipe is doing fantastic on the pose detection, but I need to check the ball detection stuff. But I'm very comfortable with where we've gotten so far. I need to probably implement some background tasks for the video analysis. These take anywhere between a couple of seconds and like 3 or 5 minutes for the ones I've tested. And then what I also just need to do is figure out proper ball detection. The main thing right now is to start working on analysis of at contact. So what's the posture at the contact point? So when the ball hits my racket, I want to analyze, so around this, maybe a few frames before and a few frames after, what is my right posture? Is that correct? And I've named each of the points within the pose, so I can start to do some analysis here. You kind of like see my racket, where my string is pointing, all that stuff. My body position. So this is very good. I can actually extract this, skeleton, and do proper analysis here. And this is kind of like the very initial coaching technique that I wanted to be able to enable within the application. Okay, see you in the next video.